In the Gospel of John, Jesus repeatedly makes divine claims for himself, claims found only in the Gospel of John. Jesus says, before Abraham was, I am, claiming the name of God for himself. When he says, and the Jews know what he's saying because they take up stones to stone him to death. Later, that's John 8:58. John 10:30. I and the Father are one. Once more, the Jews break out the stones. So Jesus tells his disciples that if you have seen me, you have seen the Father. So Jesus is claiming to be a divine being in the Gospel of John. There is no doubt about that. So the question is, do I think that those are late and legendary? And the answer is yes. I don't think that the historical Jesus went around saying, I'm God, as Michael himself pointed out earlier. That's not what Jesus went around saying, that I'm God. The Gospel of John is portraying Jesus as a divine being, and he's having Jesus call himself a divine being. But that doesn't mean that historically that actually happened. Here's my view of it. If Jesus went around calling himself God, the way John portrays, that would be the most important thing to know about him. Wouldn't it? I mean, what would be more important to know? That this man is calling himself God. That would be fundamentally important. If that's the case, why did Matthew, Mark, and Luke neglect to mention it? They just forgot to bring up that part? That he's calling himself God? How's that possible? It's a stunning silence. Well, if I don't think those passages in John are reliable historically, do I think anything's reliable? Yes, of course. There's a lot of things in the Gospels, even the Gospel of John, that's reliable. And scholars use historical criteria to decide what is reliable. I absolutely think there's historical material in the Gospels, but I think among that material, it's not Jesus' claims to divinity.